Welcome to IAB Europe's Retail Media Roundtable podcast, recording live here from Amsterdam at our Retail Media Impact Summit. I'm really pleased to be here with Max from Albert Heijn and Andy from ABC. Would you both just quickly introduce yourselves, please, starting with Max?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Max de Jong, leading the data teams at Albert Heijn Retail Media Services for about 1.5 years now. Background in market research, media and retail.
Thank you. And Andy?
Hi, I'm Andy Flint, ABC, based in the UK. I'm head of business development, and I've been at ABC a little bit longer than you've been in your role. So I'm a little bit long in the tooth. But I've been working with Albert Heijn recently, so it's good to be here.
Very exciting. And before we get into the real topic of today's podcast, we're about to kick off our first ever Retail Media Impact Summit. What are you most excited about for the event? Are there any particular sessions that you're looking forward to, or speakers you're looking forward to hearing from?
For me, the total day is quite interesting with the lineup here, and obviously watching some colleagues of mine of Ahold or Bol. Really looking forward and to meeting all other retail media partners here.
Great. Andy?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's amazing that the industry's come together around this topic, and congratulations on making that happen. I think it just goes to show how important the topic is. There's talk today about ad spend studies and how important retail media is. So it's clearly, on topic, and we're all going to be looking today to learn more and to interact more with people. Looking forward to learning things I don't know and trying to sort of fit retail media together, because it's a complex animal, if you like.
It is. And we are here in this podcast to talk about something very exciting. So Albert Heijn will be announced today as the first retailer certified under IAB Europe's new retail media certification program. So that's what we're going to get into now. So Max, starting with you, what motivated you and Albert Heijn to pursue the certification program?
Obviously, with the news to start off with, very pleased with working with all the teams very, very long or the last months on getting it done. And it all started for us with when you guys started, obviously, the certification pilot for this. Got our interest right away and looked into it. But what do we need? Obviously, spoke with you guys as well. What do we need? How can we make this happen? And just to prove for us, obviously, but also I think for the whole retail media sector here in the Netherlands, that we are a mature media type or more media. It's more than one media type, obviously, but we are there. It's mature. It's you can measure it, and we're setting a new standard with this. That was obviously the trigger for us to do this with you guys and with ABC, and to start this off with an amazing result for us this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are definitely, showing leadership in the industry, which is great. So Andy, how does certification help with consistency and also trust in retail media?
Well, the certification is really important because you've got that kind of independent check. Digital media is full of ways of doing things, and it's actually full of measurement. But there are many things you can measure that don't necessarily mean what you think they measure. So what we bring into the table is some transparency, which I think is really important. And we're really delighted to have worked with Albert Heijn on this. And it hasn't been an easy journey. A new standard comes with challenges of interpretation. But it has and will, and I think the important thing here is will enable kind of like-for-like comparisons. And I think that's really critical, because when buyers and sellers can move at pace, things can happen. When they're troubled by the measurement, it holds things back. So it's a real opportunity.
I agree, and I think we are setting a new standard here, and we really want that accountability and like for like comparison. That's certainly what we're hearing from the industry. So Max, what does this actually mean, in real life terms for your business, but also your partners and your advertisers?
I think one, it's a way of us showing the transparency to the market, obviously, and to our advertisers. Working with new metrics, with a standardized metric, you can compare with other media types as well, online media types. Then, obviously that's one of the most important things for us, and to help our advertisers getting there with our media types as well, and looking at, I think, retail media as not a separate media type, or not even sometimes a media type, but just a supermarket, for instance, or any place you can be, but as a mature part of the cross media mix in a whole.
And I want to get into the actual audit and the process a little bit. Obviously, trying not to go too detailed, but just so everyone gets a kind of flavour of what it's all about.
Yeah.
Andy, can you tell us kind of a couple of things, or 2 or 3 things that you actually looked for or assessed Albert Heijn on during the audit process?
Yes. Okay. Well, our team obviously dig deep, if you like, but in reality, what we're doing is we're checking that the media metrics being used are, frankly, to the definitions that have been set by the standard, and that might sound simple. But actually it's fundamental. So that's been a really important stage. Beyond that, we then look to check that the systems and the processes that the organization have are being applied consistently. Okay. So it's the operationalization, if that's a word I can use. I may have invented that one. So it's a sort of business as usual piece. Is this happening? Yeah. And is it happening consistently? Because that's really important. And to do that, and this is where sometimes it takes a little time, is we look at, a sample of campaigns, and we investigate how they've been managed, how they've been reported. Yeah. And that gives us reassurance that kind of operationalization of the processes is taking place.
And Max, how did this kind of challenge, but also how did the process challenge, but also validate your current kind of measurement practices and systems?
Obviously, like Andy said before, it's not easy, because we were one of the first to join this program. You have to start from scratch, and I think definitions were not there yet, or we made definitions. Maybe that's another part. And by doing that with ABC, I think that's one of the I think for other retailers, it's good to know. I told my other colleagues as well at Bol, for instance, the online retailer here, just start with it and partner up with for instance, ABC, and look together for what do we need on operation side, for instance, what do we need on measurement side, what do we need to develop, and how do we need to develop it. It's a process you're doing together. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort from your data teams, and in our case, from our operations teams as well. But just go with it, start it, and I think for other retailers, that's my call. Start with it. I think you can better start with it now than wait for it. Then if you think, okay, now I'm there, I'm perfect. I think we're working to the perfect score here, but just start with building the new metrics and proving to ABC or any other.
If I can sort of add to that, I think there's a sense of an audit is a pass and fail situation, and therefore people don't want to start because they might fail. And I think what you did was you stepped in and said, no, it's fine. Let's have a conversation. Let's explore what we're doing. Let's work in partnership. And that enabled us to understand what was occurring and help you get to the point we've got to now.
Yeah, and it may be feeling sometimes like failing, but it's not like this. It's for us, it's not a failing or a feeling of we're failing with our metrics or any other thing. No, we discussed it with ABC.
Yeah.
How can we make it happen? What kind of data do you need for us to prove it? And you're getting there during the way. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing to know to start off with.
So your advice is to kind of go with it, start and learn along the way. What would you add any advice to that, Andy, for other retailers looking at potentially starting this process?
It sounds a bit cheap, but just don't be scared. There's nothing to hide here. It's all about bringing transparency to the market, and that only comes with engagement and partnerships. And that collaboration is really important, and that enables the whole process to be successful, which we're proving today, which is great.
Cool. And finally, one line, please, from both of you. What are you most excited about with retail media for the next 12 months?
Big question.
Yeah.
I think to go on this topic is to see that more and more retailers in Europe, but also in the world, I think, are following in our footsteps. Maybe we can help them. Just let us grow together and prove that retail media is there, and it is a media type in your mix with certifications.
And it is accountable.
And it's accountable,
Yeah, I would reiterate that point. I think, we talk about retail media, and then we have conversations about, is it retail, is it media? And I think accountability is at the core of media. And therefore, I think this is really, really exciting because it will encourage more investment. It will encourage growth. It will encourage the pace of change. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Great. Well, look, thank you both so much for joining me here at the Retail Media Roundtable. And I look forward to continuing to work with you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.